Perhaps a real-life embodiment of the term, "the pen is mightier than the sword." Mahmoud Darwish, born 1941 and died 2008, was a Palestinian poet and writer who used his experiences dealing with exile and identity to inform his writing and create a political movement that nuanced the Arab experiences as an exile and challenged the Israeli rule and status quo. At the age of 7, Darwish and his family were forced to flee from his hometown in Galilee to Lebanon due to the Israeli army occupying his village and massacring many civilians. After returning to his village the following year, he and his family were forced to live under an Israeli military rule as present-absent aliens. It is this lack of permanency of identity that subsequently fueled much of Darwish's writing as a poet, as much of his work expressed a strong sense of Arab and Palestinian identity, much to the dismay of Israeli militants down the road during his adult life. Of this experience, Darwish says, "We were defined and rejected as refugees. This gave me a very strong bitterness, and I don't know if I'm free of it today." Ironically, however, Darwish is able to speak fluent Hebrew and claims that his experiences have allowed him to get a sense of what he called the Israeli other, as he was jailed repeatedly for identifying with the Communist Party between 1968 and 1971. It is this time where he got to know his jailers in Israel, who were almost all Jewish. Also having many Jewish friends, we see his nuances about the Israeli other in many of his poems where Darwish presents a more humanist, gentle view of his interactions with his Jewish friends, writing with what he says is an eye towards the beautiful.
Jerusalem and Tel Aviv with bitterness and longing. They are the new diaspora, refugees, exiles from Palestine. Many have lived out the years of Israel's nationhood in the squalor of the camps of Jordan and Syria, Gaza, Lebanon. Out of the misery of their sad quarter century, the Palestinians have developed a nationhood in exile, a politics of frustration. They are fueled by anger at the Israelis and disillusioned by those Arab brothers who they fear would abandon them to secure a settlement with Israel.
Another theme that Darwish heavily focuses on in his poetry and prose is exile, even taking on life as what he calls a wandering exile during the 1970s and 1980s. Coupled with his poetry and his involvement in Palestinian politics, where he ran the Palestine Liberation Organization, Darwish was actually exiled once again from Palestine for 25 years. Traveling between many countries during this time and living many places, he equated the Palestinian experience abroad to an epic voyage of the damned. Darwish also has a very special relationship with the Arabic language, as he is considered by many as the savior of the Arabic language. He has an artistic ability like no other. He chooses metaphors, imagery, and words meticulously. He is able to express with clarity the fear and emotion that not many other writers have the ability to, and what many citizens do not have the voice to. Many musicians have even adapted his poetry into lyrics for their songs. Darwish's views and words about the Arab experience and all of its pluralities are very apparently an integral part of the Arab collective consciousness. Although he is even called a poet of resistance, we must understand that Darwish writes with a dreamlike and introspective quality, often transcending far past strictly political critiques and prose. Writing about love, death, mortality, and eternity, Darwish believes a good poet writes about what is unseen and must be sincere with his readers. Regarding his audience, when Darwish reads his poetry anywhere in the Arab world, thousands gather from all social classes to hear him speak. Welcomed and embraced by the Arab culture, he indeed became their national treasure and is an integral part of their identity.
وقهوتي أمي ولمستي أمي أحن إلى خبزي أمي وقهوتي أمي ولمستي أمي وتكبر في الطفولة يوما على صدري يومي وتكبر في الطفولة يوما على صدري يومي وأعيش عمري.
After 20 books of poetry and 5 books of prose which have been translated into more than 22 languages, Mahmoud Darwish passed away in August of 2008, leaving a legacy as not only a political activist, but an artist and voice of a nation. He was truly a remarkable man.
سجل أنا عربي ورقم بطاقتي 50,000 وأطفالي 8 وتاسعهم سيأتي بعد صيف، فهل تغضب؟ سجل أنا عربي وأعمل مع رفاق الكدح في محجر وأطفالي 8 أسل لهم رغيف الخبز والأثواب والدفتر من الصخر ولا أتوسل الصدقات من بابك ولا أصغر أمام بلاط أعتابك، فهل تغضب؟ سجل أنا عربي، أنا اسم بلا لقب، صبور في بلاد كل ما فيها يعيش بفورة الغضب، جذوري قبل ميلاد الزمان رست وقبل تفتح الحقب، أبي من أسرة المحراث لا من سادة النجب، وجدي كان فلاحا بلا حسب ولا نسب، يعلمني شموخ النفس قبل قراءة الكتب، أنا عربي. سجل أنا عربي ولون الشعر فحمي ولون العين بني وميزاتي على رأسي عقال فوق كوفية وكفي صلبة كالصخر تخمش من يلامسها، وعنواني أنا من قرية عزلاء أمنسية شوارعها بلا أسماء وكل رجالها في الحقل والمحجر، فهل تغضب؟ سجل أنا عربي سلبت كروم أجدادي وأرضا كنت أفلحها أنا وجميع أولادي، ولم تترك لنا سوى هذه الصخور، فهل ستأخذها حكومتكم كما قيل؟ إذن سجل برأس الصفحة الأولى أنا لا أكره الناس ولا أسطو على أحد، ولكني إذا ما جعت آكل لحم مغتصبي، حذاري حذاري من جوعي ومن غضبي، أنا عربي.